I don't know. It's just how my brain works. Hey dudes and dudettes. I know it's been a while and I know that I don't upload here very often, but if you miss me, I do upload on my vlog channel pretty regularly now. That's basically where all my stuff goes. But because of the nature of what I've been thinking about lately and the types of videos I've been making and getting cat hair on my mouth, if you watch my vlog channel, I just put up a video about this, and just because of the types of things that I'm interested in right now, this is just sort of what I wanted to talk about. I've just been really kind of interested in like delving into the world of like introversion and empaths and everything like that, being both an introvert and an empath myself. And I know I just said this in my vlog that I uploaded about this, is that I felt weird even calling attention to the fact that I'm an empath, because I felt like a little bit icky, like Shane Dawson, if I were to just be like, I'm an empath. And you know, nobody wants that. So like I said, I just put up a video on my vlog channel discussing this a little bit because it's recently been on my mind because of something that happened. And if you're interested in that whole situation, go to my vlog channel and watch the video. It's called I Just Can't. I talked about and addressed some things in there, you know, to sort of make it a little bit clearer. And I don't know why my voice is weird right now. I have no idea. I think it's because I'm trying to use my video voice, but at the same time trying to restrain and be quiet because JJ's downstairs sleeping. Even though I know he can't hear me, I'm still trying to pull my voice back, so it's in this weird little like middle place, and it's odd. What I thought would be interesting is if I take the myers-briggs personality test, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically to assess where you fit in the 16 personality type. If you've ever seen like, oh, I'm an INJF or something, you know, those 4 letters thing, like, oh, I identify with this and this is my personality type, and it's these 4 letters, and you're like, what the heck is that? I've never taken this test, strangely enough. I guess I've never really felt the need to dive into exploring who I am, because like I feel like I know myself without putting numbers and letters and labels on it and everything. And of course Watson chooses this moment to dig into her cat food right next to me. But lately I've been a little bit more fascinated by it, just because I've been watching a lot of videos and trying to do research on, you know, the introversion and the empath thing, because it's more heavily applying to my life now than it ever has before. Just because I used to sort of pick and choose who I spent time around, it wasn't really a big deal. But now that I'm with my boyfriend JJ, you know, he's an extrovert, a lot of his friends are extroverts, and it's just, since I've been a part of his life, it's been more apparent of how much I really stand out against these people, and it started to make me feel bad about myself, and I wanted to know why, and I wanted to understand it better. And you know, it's apparently causing some issues in some places because, you know, people aren't easily receptive to who I am as a person and what makes me operate the way that I do, because I am very different from his pool of friends, and it makes me feel bad. It just makes me feel even more isolated with the stuff. So I've been just trying to look into that a little bit more and learn more about it, and hopefully spread more awareness about it, I suppose, while I'm at it, which is why I put this video on my main channel. So I'm going to take the myers-briggs personality test. So I'm gonna see how this goes. Okay, so you regularly make new friends. Oh boy. Not a super emphatic disagree, but pretty hardcore. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. I guess. I don't know. It depends. I hate tests like this because I am so gray area. Like my whole life is gray area. Nothing is black and white with me. Anytime I'm asked a question like choose this or that, and I'll be like, well, it depends. Give me context. I need context to make this make sense to me. Otherwise I can't just pick one, like vanilla or chocolate. Are we talking about cake? Are we talking about ice cream? Are we talking about a wafer? Like, what are we talking about? Because it makes a difference for me. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to make a backup plan for a backup plan. Yeah. Usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. Strangely, that is true about me. I tend to crack under small situations, but big things I can somehow take. It's weird. My dad was the same way. I don't know why. I don't know why. But see, pressure is different than like a stressful situation. Do you see what I mean? I have to break down and analyze every single one of these. It's not just black and white. Oh, this is frustrating. Usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. Pressure, I'm not good with. So since they specifically use the word pressure, I'm gonna have to go with disagree. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you don't know. Agree, agree, agree. Is there one further to the side? Like, absolutely 100% agree. Okay, you prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. I prefer to, but does it always happen? No. That one's kind of a gray area. See, you're very sentimental. Oh, absolutely. I will not throw anything away. If it's a receipt or a little wristband from an event I went to, or a rock, I will not throw anything away if it has a sentimental value. I will cry and get upset if I have to throw away something sentimental. It's so dumb. You like to use organizing tools like, oh, yeah. I make a to-do list every single morning. I write down everything I can think of that I need to do for that day. Ask JJ, he watches me do it. I am all about the lists and the schedules. It's like my bread and butter. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Not really. I mean, not really. Not really. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation? No. No. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works. Well, yeah, I mean, I just kind of like to enjoy things the way they are. I'm not super into interpreting them and analyzing them and breaking them down. So, I mean, I like discussing them, but I don't like to dissect them. So, yeah, I guess. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. My head's gotten me in way more trouble than my heart has. So yeah, okay. Usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particularly daily routine. Oh, that's rough. That's rough because I am very adherent to routines and plans, but I am also very spontaneous, so I really don't know how to answer this one. I guess I would be this little dot right in the middle here. That's what that's there for. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Again, that's a gray area because my anxiety stuff, like, you know, makes me worry about how I come across, but at the same time, my steadfast personality is like, I don't really care if this person doesn't like me. So, oh my goodness, I don't know. These are just too black and white. Oh, this in itself is a problem. This not specific enough question thing. This is a problem. This should be a question. Are these questions too black and white for you? Yes. I mean, of course I always want to make a good impression, so we'll just say disagree. You enjoy participating in group activities. No. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation. No, I don't like to think. I don't like thinking. I just want to see things for how they are and enjoy them for how they are and how they're presented and how they're meant to be presented, and I don't like to think. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. I mean, sometimes, but mostly just I'm proud of what I can do, but I also am happy for other people, so it's definitely in the middle for that one. Okay, you're interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. Oh God, absolutely. You're prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Not really. I don't really worry about that. I tend to have a pretty positive outlook, and even if things appear dismal, I always have this little thing like, no, it'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. So I don't really have that, but it's not 100%, so. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. It depends. Oh my God, it depends. It depends on what the group setting is. If it's work, I absolutely love a leadership role because I fit very easily into that, and I'm good at delegating and knowing what to, you know, disperse among people. Like, but if it's like a social thing, I'd rather just sit there. So, like when we host an event, you know, at our house, I defer to JJ to be 100% the host, and I just kind of like wear the little dress and serve the lemonade and then run away. You know, like that's my role. I don't like to be, hey, can I get you another napkin? Hey, do you need a drink? Like, I'm very uncomfortable with that. So I don't know. Oh my goodness, it's the middle. You're definitely not an artistic type of person. Disagree. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. Oh God. Oh God. I very strongly believe this. on one level, but on the other level, I feel like people need to think about their feelings a little bit more, because then they'd be more empathetic to other people's feelings, and that would take us a lot further. So I'm so middle of the road with this one. It's ridiculous. You prefer to do your chores before, yeah. I'm a very work before play person, absolutely. You enjoy watching people argue. No, it makes me very uncomfortable. Anger makes me incredibly tense. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Yeah, for the most part. Your mood can change very quickly. Depends on the setting. It depends on the setting, so we'll just go a little agree there. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient. Oh yes, I absolutely do. It's wrong, it's not nice, but I do. I get very impatient with people who just aren't up to snuff with my level, and I don't like that about myself. My dad was like that. I'm not abrasive or rude about it or even outward about it, but in my head I'm just like, oh, come on, you know, like I don't like it. I admit it about myself, but I don't like it. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Sometimes, I mean, not usually. I like to get things done, but yeah, it's a thing. You've always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. I wouldn't say always, and I wouldn't say fascinated. I've thought about it. It's interesting. Middle of the road, I guess. Okay, halfway done. Usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. No. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. It depends. It depends on what it is. Oh my God. But I prefer theoretical conversations over like shallow day-to-day stuff. So, I like to theorize, but again, it depends on what the topic is. Oh my goodness Christ. It's like I want this to be as accurate as possible. So it's like just a blanket statement for anything that could possibly happen in life isn't good enough for me. Like, it needs to be more specific. Oh my God. This is frustrating. I'm getting stressed. No. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. I do, actually, because it's easy for me to put myself in that position. That's the whole empath thing, right? You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. No, I like to get it down in stone as soon as I can, so that I know what's going on, so I can be prepared and know exactly what's going on. So actually I should put a hard disagree. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Yeah. I trust myself. Trust in me, trust in me. Okay. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. That's exactly what I don't need, thank you. You enjoy going to art museums. Well, yeah. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Nope. You like to have a to-do list for each day. I just talked about this. Oh my God. You rarely feel insecure. I don't really feel insecure. I haven't felt insecure for a while. I have certain insecurities, but I haven't felt insecure in a while, except when it comes to how much I stand out against the extroverted crowd. That's literally my only major insecurity that actually creeps up. So, yeah. You avoid making phone calls. Yes. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. Not really, no. I try to understand, but I know it's a lost cause because I've tried for years to understand the different views, so I've kind of given up at this point, and I try to understand where people are coming from. Okay, okay. I mean, like when JJ sees things from his own perspective, I do try to understand where he's coming from so that I can, you know, properly support that or whatever. So, okay, you know, I guess I do. I guess I do. In your social circle, I have one of those. I guess Houdini and Watson and Scribey count. I don't know. You are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. No. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is get back on track as soon as possible. Yes, absolutely. I get so bothered when there's an abrupt change of plan. Like, I can't handle that. I can't do it. You were still bothered by mistakes you made a long time ago. Yes. They haunt me as I'm trying to sleep at night. I know you know what I'm talking about. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Yeah, I don't really think about it. I just live life and roll with it, you know. Your emotions control you more than you control them. You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it is complete. Yeah, actually, I do. Even if people make a mistake or are kind of outwardly rude or whatever, I don't like to make people feel bad or look bad, even if they are at fault. I try to cushion it and empathize in some way. Even if I have to tell a little white lie, like, oh yeah, that's totally happened to me. Oh, I've totally done that tons of times. Even if that's not true, I say that to make them feel better, because I don't want them to feel bad or make them feel stupid or make them look bad. So I totally do that. It's probably not the healthiest thing, but I don't know. I can't stand for people to feel bad or look bad. I just don't like it. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent effort. No, I am very methodical when it comes to work. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Oh, you know, I used to feel that way. I did. Ah, that's a mild degree, yeah. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Boop, boop, boop. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. It's not a waste of time, but it's not what I would prefer to do with my time. So, You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. Yeah, for the most part, I really do. You often feel overwhelmed. Yes. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Yes. You're very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. No, I don't like controversial things. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. Well, that's a head scratcher. If I felt like someone was more qualified than me, I would feel bad accepting the situation. If I didn't feel like I was as worthy as somebody else, I don't know about if they needed it more, like maybe if it was a situation on like winning a sum of money or something, I'd be like, okay, well they need it more than I do. So yeah, I suppose I would, yeah. You struggle with deadlines. Not really, no, I'm pretty good about that. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Yeah, I always do, like I talked about before. Okay, let's see, let's make sure that we don't have to like give them $1,000 for this. Oh, okay, here we are. So apparently I am ISFJ-T, the defender. Interesting. I don't know what these mean yet, so let's break it down. Let's see. Okay, so mind. This trait determines how we interact with our environment. 4% extroverted. 96% introverted. Color me surprised. Oh my god. Okay, energy. This trait shows where we direct our mental energy. 48% intuitive and 52% observant. That's about right. I feel like I'm very middle of the road with that. So, nature. This trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. 25% thinking, 75% feeling. Absolutely. I think in feelings, if that makes sense. I don't think in words or pictures. I think in feelings. It's very strange. I've just tried to describe it to people before and it's odd. And I'm like, look, I don't know. I don't visualize things. I don't hear things. I feel them and that's how I think. It's strange. Tactics. This trait reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. 85% judging, 15% press. I don't really know what that means, but okay. Identity. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. 44% assertive, 56% truth. You know what? That sounds pretty accurate, I'm gonna say. Yeah, email that shit to me. All right, let's read this shit. So ISFJ-A and then there's -T. What's the difference? What is this? What does this even mean? I don't know what it means. Let's find out. Defenders, courage, caring for and generously supporting the people in their lives, typically in a humble way. I can accept that, and that does sound like me. I just want to know what the letters stand for. Like, what does that mean? I know that the I is introvert. I know the I is introvert. I have no idea what the S is. I don't know what the F is. I don't know what the J is. Okay, I don't need to read this entire thing. So what is FJ-T stand for? That was worded very poorly, but The protector. Oh, introverted, sensing, feeling, judging. Okay. So what does the T stand for? Turbulent defender. Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay. So we've got introverted, sensing, feeling, and judging. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, the defender personality type is quite unique, as many of their qualities defy the definition of their individual traits. So that's why I'm so confused all the time. Okay, those sensitive defenders have excellent analytical abilities, robust social relationships. Oh, do I? Okay. Generally conservative type. Yeah. Defenders are often receptive to change new ideas. This is definitely true. Are often meticulous to the point of perfectionism. Yeah. Oh, this is true too. They have a tendency to underplay their accomplishments. And while their kindness is often respected, more cynical and selfish people are likely to take advantage of the dedication and humbleness by pushing work onto them and then taking the credit. That has absolutely happened to me so many times. So yeah, totally. Naturally social, an odd quality for introverts. They utilize excellent memories not to retain data and trivia, but to remember people and details about their lives. That's true. JJ will absolutely tell you that my brain sucks when it comes to remembering a face from a movie or a quote from a movie or something that he said or something like that. And I'm just like, I don't know. He's like, well, we just watched it like yesterday. I'm like, I didn't retain it because it wasn't important to me. I don't know. But then he'll like say, oh, this person that I met like once. And I'm like, oh, the guy who's the school teacher who does this, and like I'll rattle off like their whole life history that I as far as much as I learned about them or whatever. And he's like, how do you remember that from this one person you met like over a year ago, but you don't remember this thing from the movie we watched yesterday? I'm like, I don't know. It's just how my brain works. So that makes sense. We don't need to read this entire thing, but that's apparently what my results are. So that's cool. Interesting. Good to know. Yeah, I'm super interested in this empath thing. And now that I know my myers-briggs letter combination or whatever, I can research that more and look into it. And I'm going to read through all these by myself and learn more about it, you know, on my own and everything. So that was kind of fun. If you want to do that, you can find it at 16personalities.com/free-personality-test. And that's where you can take your own Myers-Briggs test. As you saw me do it, it's 100% free. I mean, they try to push a premium thing on you if you want to like know even more and delve deeper into it or whatever. But as you can see, you can take the test, get the results perfectly free. You don't even have to put your email in if you don't want to. I just chose to because I thought it would be cool to revisit the results if I wanted to. So yeah, this whole topic has me very interested, and I think I'm going to be delving more into it a little bit. So if that interests you, stick around. Because yeah, I'm very aware of my introvertedness and my empathness now because of just the lifestyle that I've been in. And hi Watson. And I find it very interesting. I've never really stopped to learn about myself like this before. So it's kind of a new venture for me. And it's fun, and I hope that you will join me in it. And maybe if you guys are inspired to learn more about yourselves too, if you have any of these traits or completely other traits that you're interested in exploring, you know, how can you expect anybody else to learn or know more about you if you don't even learn or know more about you? Right? It makes sense to me. Thank you guys for watching. If we have any other what am I again? If we have any other ISFJs in the audience, if you know about it anyway, pop a comment, let me know, give me some insight, because this is new to me. This is 100% new to me. Cat fur, however, is not new to me at all. I will see you guys next time. Check out my vlog channel if you like. Check out my candle website. I'd love to make you some awesome candles. All the links for all my stuff are in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.